Great Lake Surfing Season 2, 2025 to 26. Every year, when the Great Lakes freezes, I plan on making a season recap of the Great Lakes surfing. Welcome to Surfer Boy's channel. I am a 33 years young, retired local Canadian surfer from Toronto, Ontario. At age 30, I was introduced to surfing for the very first time in my entire life. I have never even picked up a single surfboard prior, as a deprived kid of a working-class immigrant family. After a successful career in tech as an electrical engineer, in 2023, I quit my job at Apple headquarters in Cupertino, California, to move back home to Toronto, Canada. This is my second full season of lake surfing in the Great Lakes. As a third-year surfer, now going into year 4. I continue to learn, evolve, and optimize. I would like to say that Great Lakes surfing is part art, part science. The first year was not easy figuring it out. I share free knowledge and tips for anyone looking to dip their feet in cold, fresh water to join the amazing lake surfing community that is growing. As a full-time free surfer, I no longer work for money. Money works for me. I have opted out of the capitalism matrix as best that I can, while choosing my highest joy, excitement, and passion in every moment as best that I can. Most people in the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area, don't even know that there's surfing available right at home, in our Great Lakes. Why? Because we surf during the storms when no one would dare to visit our beaches. In the GTA, we are grateful to be surrounded 360 degrees by Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, Lake Huron, and the Georgian Bay that picks up wind swell in pretty much every direction. As the ambassador of fun living in the heart of Canada in downtown Toronto, I share my surfing journey as a new surfer surfing the Great Lakes. While surfing or serving are Mother Nature, the Mother Goddess, and the womb of consciousness. 2025-26 was my second full season surfing the Great Lakes. Every year, the waves on the Great Lakes only gets better. Why? Because I am becoming a better surfer. Therefore, in my universe, in my reality, every year, the waves on the Great Lakes only gets better. As a surf engineer, I paddle out to experiment and play, making every surf session a valuable data point. There is no such thing as a mistake or a bad session. Small waves, it's a good data point. Big waves, it's a good data point. Us die-hard shortboarders show up despite the short period wind swell to show you that you can shortboard even in the Great Lakes. You're welcome, young fellas. If we keep surfing the Great Lakes, I trust that the next generation of young surfers local to the GTA will figure out how to surf the lakes even better than us. If you love your home, if you love the Great Lakes, why do you travel to surf? Well, I don't want to be a Ponzi lake surfer, one-trick pony that can only surf the lakes, faking and posing for a split second. I don't want to be a wiggler. To me personally, wiggling and pumping on a wave just to stay on the wave longer isn't really better surfing. Spirituality and surfing goes hand to hand, coexisting and co-creating, as both avenues connect us to waves of energy. My spiritual belief is that you can be the victim of everything happening to you, or everything in the universe is happening for you. You can be the victim of your reality, or you can be the creator of your reality. Being the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer. When everything works for you, you no longer need to compete. Someone smarter is figuring it all out for you. Moving away from an egocentric reality of competition to a soul-centric reality, collaborating with your soul family. As a free surfer, I really ain't competing with anyone. I'm not even competing with anyone for money, as I no longer work for money. What I am doing is building myself up, upgrading myself to become the highest version of myself on my journey on planet Earth, where we are all here right now, by choice, to evolve our soul and ascend. For my Season 2 surfing in the Great Lakes, I initially got rid of all my previous surfboards that I used in the lakes except for one. My 5.7 IPA Dark Twin, which I ran as a pure twin. I was contemplating between picking up a 5.4 Lost Hydra or the 5.4 JS Flamefish. Hydra, to be honest, probably has a lower floor for weaker waves, but also has a lower ceiling as the waves get steeper and faster. They seem to stop carrying the Lost Hydra in the physical stores like Real Water Sports. And they never got back to me on my custom board order request. Therefore, I ended up buying the JS Flamefish from Surf Ontario to support local. When I added the 5.4 JS Flamefish coming in at 30 liters to my quiver in Hi-Fi 3.0 EPS epoxy construction, I couldn't believe how easily it caught weak lake waves. Every time I got on the 5.7 IPA Dark Twin, which is a more of a high-performance twin, it seemed like I was always surfing worse, despite the increased maneuverability and performance, because I wasn't able to glide onto the wave as early as the Flamefish to access the open face on the wave before they crash and crumble. Late in Season 2, during freezing cold winter in late January, surfing in wind chill of -20 degrees, I added the 5.8 IPA Supernova in SurfTech's Fusion Pro construction, coming in at 30.5 liters of volume, experimenting it in pure twin, twin plus trailer, and quad setups. I already had a 5.5 Supernova in XTR Carbon Light for the wave pool, but as soon as SurfTech offered it through more mass production, I ordered one specifically for the Great Lakes by sizing up. My serial number is lucky number 7, and I am the 7th person to receive these IPA Supernova. At the end of Season 2, I came to a conclusion in calibrating my surfboard quiver for the Great Lakes. During main surf season, which is fall and winter, most of the time, I would start the session on my daily driver, the 5.8 IPA Supernova, a high-performance groveler specifically designed for 1 to 3 foot waves in the ocean. It doesn't work when it's 1 to 3 foot waves in the lakes, so if I struggle to catch waves during the main season, then I can step down onto my 5.4 JS Flamefish with forward-biased twin fins. If my daily driver is a rear-biased track car running it as quad, my step down is a forward-biased twin Flamefish. The reason why it's forward-biased is because it has a wide nose with the volume shifted more forward, but also because the future 5-fin box places the primary side fins further away from the tail compared to a traditional twin fin. Therefore, even the twin fins that are installed on the Flamefish is actually forward biased for tighter arcing turns useful for short period wind swells in the Great Lakes. The reason why I decided to run my daily driver, the 5.8 IPA Supernova, as a pivot quad is because when I ran it as pure twin, when the waves got overhead plus, it would slide out on a steep takeoff before the rail can set and provide grip. Then I tried running it as twin plus trailer, but what ended up happening was that due to the center fin drag, it was losing a lot of energy and speed. When loading hard by compressing low during a bottom turn, it seemed to stall too much due to the center fin drag, that I was pivoting and getting stuck behind the wave instead of projecting forward and staying on the weak lake waves. Therefore, the center fin drag had to be gone. Hence, I settled on the pivot quads. Quads seem to be the perfect pair for daily driver shortboards in the Great Lakes because of how easily it generates and maintains speed while providing drive and projection forward and providing more resistance from the fin to push harder compared to running it as pure twins. Because of the short periods, the waves in the Great Lakes are very fast in its phase transition. Therefore, the extra speed from quad is perfect for racing down the line on the wave. When the opportunity presents itself for a massive windstorm, when I need to step up with more rocker, going from flat to a low-medium rocker, I got my 5.7 iPod Dart Twin from SurfTech in dual-core construction technology, coming in at 29.5 liters of volume, set up as pivot twin plus trailer. But most of the time, I am running a minimalist 2-board quiver for surfing the Great Lakes. My daily driver 5.8 iPod Supernova and my step-down the 5.4 JS Flamefish. During the off-season, in the spring and summer, I mainly run my forward-biased 5.4 Twin Flamefish for most sessions. I currently don't own any longboards, so if I can't catch any waves on my 5.4 Twin Flamefish, honestly it was not worth surfing ankle to knee-high, mushy, short-period wind swell. During my Season 2 surfing the Great Lakes, I had a question. 1. There were so many sessions during the winter where all the surfers were getting hit in the face with ice pellets flying at high speeds due to extremely strong onshore winds that it was painful to even open our eyes to see the incoming waves. So my question is, why don't any surfers ever wear goggles so that they can surf despite the blowing ice pellets? If anyone creates a surfing goggles for dealing with blowing ice pellets, please let me know. I can test it out for you for free. For anyone new interested in surfing the Great Lakes but don't know where to start, Surf Ontario website has a lot of useful information that can help get started with the proper gears and the science behind how to forecast lake waves and using the buoy data when they are available. In terms of winter wetsuit equipment, I run a flagship 5.4mm wetsuits in the winter like XL Dry Lock, paired with 7mm XL Dry Lock mitts and 8mm booties with 1mm booster socks. Fingered or lobster gloves really don't work. During warmer seasons, late spring and early fall, I run 4.3mm wetsuits. For my 4.3s, I normally pick up any mid-level suits for cheap during sale instead of flagship model. I pair my 4.3 wetsuit with the 4mm XL gloves and 3mm booties as needed. During the peak summer, there are sessions where I surf with a 2mm spring jacket plus 4 shorts. But the rule of thumb is that it's better to be warmer than colder and being miserable shivering. In terms of the forecast, it did take me a while to learn, and I am still learning, the art of forecasting, which I won't share here in order to protect local knowledge that some OG surfers have been studying for years for their piece of surfing the best lake waves with minimal crowds. But Ontario is really yours to discover. We are deeply blessed by the Great Lakes all around us.